Okay, you guys, this is my summary of phases 1 through 8. Now I ask you guys, please do not do anything based off of what I say in the summary. First, you should watch the phases all the way through, at least up until this point, before you act on anything I say. Okay, and so this is my summary of phases 1 through 8, okay? During phase 1, I talk about being a homeless kid and living in a boarding home now, and I talked about that it's my dream to make cartoons, and I want to make games now too, maybe make an internet game, and I have an idea for it, and I talk about that I hope to make money one day. And what I plan on doing with my money is I plan on cutting it up into quarters and giving 25% to feed the hungry, 25% to cure the sick and diseased, 25% to employ people, start businesses with, employ people, and make more money. And the last quarter of my money would go to myself and toward my home, okay? So anyway, that's phase 1. Phase 2, I talk about how much money I plan on making and how much money I plan on paying people for working for me and how much money I plan on making, and that's pretty much it. Phase 3, I talk about how much I plan on making some more and how I plan on making it. And I try to employ lots of people by teaching them the benefits of buying and selling stocks, right? To help other people start their own businesses. And phase 4, I beg for people's freedom and democracy in countries that are not free and democratic. And actually, I asked them to do me a favor. I asked them to strike union-type strikes in countries that are not free and democratic and start nationwide strikes. Nothing moves till we get our freedom and democracy. So, phase 4 is my part of my plea for freedom and democracy. Phase 5 is gifts to royalty. The last quarter of my money doesn't actually necessarily go to myself. It goes mostly towards gifts to royalty. I just want a small share out of 150. Like I want 150, 1 out of 150 or something like that is what I asked for. I hope, that's what I'm hoping for here. In phase 6, I finished my plea for freedom and democracy. In phase 7, I tried to stop the strikes. The kings of the world say get back to work. That's exactly what you guys do. You obey the law and get back to work. And phase 7, I talk about what it would be like. What it would be like. The UN would, in a free democratic world, I believe the UN would in fact be the highest court and highest power in all the world. I try to pass a law about war. I actually asked the UN and the U.S. government's permission to double the amount of money paid for the kill or capture of Osama bin Laden, and I, can try to convince the UN to issue global warrants for him and declare war, or maybe even declare war against them. I talk a little bit about bin Laden. I don't really care for him. I like to double the amount of money on him. So anyway, for his killer capture. So then I talk about I promise to be unbiased between nations. As Prince of a Dozen Nations, I promise to be unbiased between, pretty much all nations, and even tried to be unbiased with my own. And I talked about states' rights and laws versus federal rights and laws, women's rights and roles in free society, settling disputes between nations, states' rights and laws versus federal rights and laws, I'm not repeating myself, and how many terms we should be allowed to serve. And the last thing I talked about was I tried to end ongoing civil wars, and it's worth a try, man. Peace and prosperity through the whole world, That's what I want. I want peace and prosperity for everyone, and I do not support starting civil wars. I absolutely want to stop them at the cost of anything, even my own life. That's pretty much the summary, and thank y'all for watching. Peace, y'all.